where we are today, where we have to start with the leadership in view of the past experience. These are the 4 key points which can render more strength, because people at some levels might not be able to come back with the speed, with the velocity, with a clear description or delivery. If it is not possible, it is not impossible to clarify the roles and processes as you go with clear visions and achievable missions. The new leadership formula for 2023. You must have seen my previous series of paradoxes on leadership. I'm sure you must have. If you're not, please go and have a look at that. I hope you will like them. So let us start with where we are today, where we have to start with the leadership in view of the past experience in last 3 years. Following the new world order set after COVID in 2022, now here in 2023 after 2 weeks, skills and pieces of good advices are in abundance. It is really confusing. It is really confusing. Almost every leader at every level, I would suggest, avoid getting overwhelmed by going for handling too many things at one time and ultimately giving up disillusioned. You must focus on what I think 4 primary things. Number 1, transparent communication. Number 2, true flexibility. Number 3, soulful empathy. And number 4, best suited innovation. These are the 4 key points which can render more strength to your leadership. You know, if we talk of transparent communication, communication gaps created due to misunderstandings, unclear priorities, and multiple decision makers making the work slightly hard. Because the fact is, some people unfortunately could not sustain COVID and they have left the world. And amongst them, they were very strong leaders also. So a new group have been formed and evolved by every institution, every company, every place, and every place of work. Some people are there who are strong, but some people are there who are being made strong. So there is a strange amalgamation. There is a strange mix now. I would suggest to get the best. Go for collaborations, joint ventures, instead of going for perfection. Yes, perfection is the key for a successful leader's success. But if you are perfect of the availability of actual needed leader at the levels you want, go for collaborations. Align your priorities and fill the communication gaps. Because if one person who is already strong, who's already clear with the basics of one particular process, and the other person to whom it has been passed on or given, they are unable to understand at one particular point, a communication gap arises. So you have to fill them by aligning the priorities and maintain a positive attitude. Because people at some levels might not be able to come back with the speed, with the velocity, with a clear description or delivery. If it is not possible, it is not impossible to clarify the roles and processes as you go with clear visions and achievable missions. The new order set has got different parameters to set and reset the visions, to organize and reorganize and execute the missions. It is not impossible, but it can be done. The another fact I would suggest is true flexibility. You would be wondering why I'm saying transparent communication and true flexibility. Because after COVID, things have become slightly ambiguous. Some key people, we have lost them. We don't know what they had been doing, what had been their key strengths on the basis of which they were handling. So we have to be more rubbing our brains, eyes, ears and other senses to get the best transparency out of the communication available at the moment. And the true flexibility, why I'm saying true flexibility? Flexibility is flexibility. You will say, what do you mean by true flexibility? As I said, we have lost, the world has lost so many good leaders. Every teammate is a leader, but not the leader to be required at one particular point of time, at one particular level in a project. Sometimes they go rigid and they lose time, money and quality. And the leader who is a true leader with clear vision has to be flexible. He has to adjust with average people, below average people, above average people, making him truly flexible. Because everyone enjoys changes. The need is to keep an open mind, to keep up with everything going on. You have to follow your gut feeling of hardcore experience and trust on your team and teammates. Because some people would have got a new opportunity to head the teams, be the leader, maybe 5 years ahead of their actual succession, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 1 year, or maybe 6 months. So you have to be flexible in understanding the things that you were there for the project, for the company, for the place, for the institution, for the team, but with a mind that I would be there after some time, but you've been given a chance to lead. So if you're not transparent with your understanding and communication, if you're not flexible to make yourself available all the time, which you have not been doing more than the desired working hours, more than the desired pressures, leaving your sleep, your rest to make the project successful, the mission successful. So true flexibility is required. Handle yourself, your resistance and negative feelings. Once you are made to work more than what you think you can work. And help others to do the same. If you will do it, you will charge others to do it. If you are flexible, you will make others flexible also. Because flexibility renders augment of trust in the teammates. If you are rigid, other people will feel suffocated. They will not be able to understand, giving rise to a misunderstanding. Communication gaps. And if you have to be successful in gaining transparent communication, filling up the communication gaps, being flexible, and getting the full support and cooperation of your team